Hello everyone, welcome back to another interesting video. In this video, we'll look at Rook and King checkmate. I know this is very easy and many people know how to actually do that. But still, I will tell you about some basics and some key points that you have to remember so that you don't spend time thinking what to play, because this kind of position usually arises when you have very little time and you kind of draw the position, or sometimes you get flagged. In this position, white played king to f3. Now, don't move your rook in this position, because if you play something like rook to e5, then white will simply play king to f4. So don't move your rook here. Simply move your king to e5. Now, white will play something like king to g3. Now what you play? You play rook to f4. Why rook to f4? Because you want to block white king from entering this f file, and you want to push this king to that back ring. That's why you play rook to f4. Now king to g2, the one of the forced move for white. Now king to e4. Try to move your rook very less. Try to move your king the most. You will only move your rook when you are needed to push white king towards the back rank, and all the time you will just move your king. So king to e4, now king to g3 from white, and now king to e3. Don't move your rook again. Now king to g2 from white, and now this is most important move you have to remember. Now here comes the most important move that you have to remember. Many players will play here rook to f3, and it's kind of a very natural move. We have to push white king towards the back rank. But I'll tell you another easy move that you can play here instead of this. Whenever opponent's king is on the second last rank, second last file, and this type of position comes, instead of playing rook to f3, try playing something like rook to g4 check. Yes, rook to g4 check. Now what will white play here? White will play something like king to h3, and don't worry, you don't have to move your rook. You have successfully pushed white king towards that back rank. You just need to defend your rook by playing something like king to f3. Now the only move is king to h2. Now comes the most surprising move. Play rook to h4 check. Why? Because the only move here is king to g1, and now white king is again on the back rank. Don't worry, white king is again on the back rank. And then comes rook to h6. This is a kind of waiting move. You can play anything. Rook to h6, rook to h5, rook to h7, rook to h8, any move. This is kind of a waste move. We are just waiting for the white king. Now the only move for white king is play something like king to f1. Remember, whenever opponent's king is one square away from your king and it's your turn to move, then my friend, it's time to checkmate. You can simply play rook to h1 and this is a checkmate. Remember, whenever opponent's king is one square away from your king and is on the back rank and it's your turn to move, then it's always a checkmate. This is how you play rook and king checkmate. That's why this move rook to g4 was very important. Instead of this traditional approach, rook to f3. Play bold moves and remember this line always. Thanks for watching. Do subscribe to the channel for such amazing content.